Hey guys, what is up? My name is Adam, and today we are bringing you back to Super Mega Baseball 2, the College League. So we won our first game. Today's episode, we're going to sim about 5 games to the first TCU game. Not our home opener. We'll sim our home opener against Washington. But we'll play at home against our division rival, TCU. So we're going to begin by simming against LSU, who's in the Southeast. And if you didn't look at the standings last episode, here's where we are right now. So take a good look. We got Alabama in the lead for the SEC, a 4-way tie between the Northeast, Washington in the Northwest, and Baylor and UCLA for the Southwest. So if we were to have playoffs right now, this is what it'd look like. But we got another 95 games to play, so it's definitely gonna change quite a bit. So I'm gonna just make a couple subs here, throw in the other catcher. We're gonna put different catchers in every other game unless their mojo changes. And I think this is how we're gonna use our lineup for this first game against LSU. So, and throughout this video, it does take a minute for it to like simulate our game for some reason. So, in these episodes, obviously this one's like 13 minutes long. They're gonna be a lot shorter than the full-on games. And we lose 0-1 against LSU. That's kind of a heartbreaker, but not a big deal. These games are really, the losses aren't huge right now because we're so early into our season. But as we go through as we go on, games are going to be more important. Come closer to playoffs and where we sit in comparison to the playoff, who makes playoffs eligibility. So I'm not going to tell you the scores that you can see them at the top there. Obviously, State just beat Syracuse. You guys can tell for yourself who wins, who loses, if you want. Or you can just wait until the end of the simming and you'll see where the standings are after that. Our division ends up getting pretty tight though, and you'll see it later on in the video. Just how tight it gets, but Baylor, Yale. So last episode went fairly well, I think. It is the same day as of that recording, uploading, all that. So this one should be coming out fairly shortly after, like within the next couple hours. And then I will also have the next game we play recorded. I don't know if I'll have it uploaded tonight, but it'll definitely be recorded, and I'll probably upload it tomorrow night, if not tonight. So, here's the standings after Michigan loses to Stanford. And never mind. I guess I just didn't care. We got another game against LSU. This time we're gonna make some adjustments. Throw in the other left fielder. And obviously switch our catchers. So there we go. All I'm gonna do. And at the end I will also go over some of the stats, league leaders, things like that, and it'll kind of change every simulation video we do. So it'll be kind of more and more different. But I know these videos aren't going to be super important, but if you're one of those people who wants to see how we do in games that we don't actually play, then obviously you're going to want to watch it. So we do beat LSU in our second game against them. So we're 2-1 right now. Not bad. Not bad at all. And TCU is going to be hard to play when we come game 6. The game that we swim up to. Boise State, North Carolina. North Carolina gets a dub. So I've been working on some more recruits and things. It'll be super fun. I don't know how I want to do it yet, but I know that there is like I'm thinking what I'll do is create like either an East and a West team and count it as like a high school game, you know, or a North and a South team and count it as like a high school all-star game. And that's where I'll highlight some of the recruits and stuff. I think that's the way I'm kind of leaning towards doing it. And we'll have that game fairly early on in the season. Not later, because later on in the season you'll actually get those commits that come. So, and how I think I'll do that is like I'll getting into games and like sim weeks at the beginning of the videos. You'll see like a 2-minute portion where I highlight the recruit, what he looks like, things like that, and where he commits. So we're gonna make a couple more subs as we finish that simulation, and now we move on against our home opener against the 3-0 Washington Huskies. So 2-1. Here we go. Home opener. It's important. Let's get it. Oof. And we will get the close dub. And Washington their first L. We're 3-1 now. Moving on up. It's time to simulate the rest of the games in this series, in this day, this given day. So, other things that are happening right now outside of this game. If any of you kept up with March Madness, Michigan State, my team, lost last night to Texas Tech, unfortunately. So Texas Tech and Virginia play in the national championship tonight. That'll be cool. Or maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly. Clemson had their spring game. If you keep up with sports like me, you'd know this. Not that it really matters. I mean, it's Clemson. And I'm not saying Clemson doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, I don't care about Clemson. They're in the ACC. I'm all about the Big Ten with Michigan State. So, yeah. Colorado, LSU. Colorado, wipes them. And, sorry, my voice is a little bit weaker as of right now because I voiced over 33 minutes of recording earlier, and now I'm doing another 13-minute voiceover, so my voice is kind of drained at the moment. But now we play Pittsburgh. They are winless right now, and we are 3-1. Hopefully we can catch a dub here. And then this is the last game I'm gonna sim. We'll play the first game out of the series of 3 against TCU, and then I'll probably sim up to Syracuse more than likely and play that game. So I'm thinking we're going to play more than 10 games because we'll be at 12 out of 96 and we'll have played like 3 of them. So maybe like later down the line we'll sim more games than we play. Like we start simming more games instead of like 5 or 6. We'll sim like 8 or 9. But you know, I'm fine with taking my time with this season. I don't really care. I just said that it'd probably be more likely that I play less games this season because I want to get names down and stuff for all the teams for next season. But as soon as this season ends, it's going to be like a hot minute before the next season will start because I got to do a bunch of editing of rosters, names, things like that. And maybe conferences, divisions. So we lose to Pitt. We give them their first dub. That's kind of unfortunate. That's the last game we're going to sim for us. We're 3-2. Heading into the game against Texas Christian, who is 4-1. That'll be interesting. So let's get into the simming of the last couple games here. And So yeah, like I said, we're just gonna sim the last couple games here, and then I'll show you guys some stats and things. You guys can get a good taste of who better hitters, who are better pitchers, things like that, and just around the league where we stand, you know, record wise. So that is all the simming we're gonna do in today's episode. And like I said, maybe down the line we sim a couple more games. It'll kind of be spotty. Maybe I don't want to play like a game for like 9 games. Maybe I want to sim 9 whole games before there's actually a team I want to play. In which case I'll do that. But so team stats, here we go. I'm not really gonna talk about these a whole lot. Our best hitters are Aloha Prouse, Jimmy Painter, and Hang Bruiser. I can't really see very well. Like the screen is a lot tinier than what you're gonna watch this on, so I can't really see the names perfectly well. But we move into some other things here, hits, at bats, things like that. You can see for yourself. We're not having the most perfect time hitting, but there are quite a few that are hitting over 300 for an average. But we're stealing about as many as we're getting caught stealing at the moment, which isn't very good. But you know, we can change those numbers as we go. And at the end of the season, after we've played 96 games, you're gonna see numbers like 136 home runs and stuff. It'll be nuts. It'll definitely be nuts. And as we do these simulation episodes, you'll see the numbers start to get bigger and bigger and change, and you'll really see a variation between really good players and not so good players. So that's all the team stats. So let's get into league leaders. You can see our players are highlighted in yellow. Aloha Prouse there in third for batting average. That'll always go down. Like over the course of this entire season, it'll more than likely go down. As more players get more reps and things. So we got extra base hits. A lot of Washington players in hits and extra base hits, so their offense must be pretty good. Kentucky got a lot of strikeouts, which isn't very good. But you can see Washington very good offensively. And pitching-wise, Boston College is really doing a great job right now. You can just see all the BCs in the right next to the player names. And whip and opponent batting average is always nice. Austin Jeffries doing a great job with strikeouts for Nebraska. And so yeah, with that said, guys, thank you guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and tune in for the next video. Goodbye.